So in other words, you're saying that's pretty good.
That's pretty good. Dramatically good. And hopefully for Kylie Marshall, turning it on here late in the season. A former blue chip recruit. Duck in by Latasha Lattimore out of Toronto. The transfer from Miami is having a career year.
Yeah, great diagonal screen to get her that wide open look. And speaking of wide open looks, Marshall gets her first look. Doesn't go, but Johnson, the versatility, the rebound, and a full court pass. Touchdown to a teammate. Why not to Miss Clark?
SMU trying to quickly get up the floor. And also scoring in the half court was huge today. Coming off the backside, Johnson swats the shot up Peterson. Johnson underneath. McGee back out front. Three-pointer goes down for Paris Clark. Great offense. Strips it from her cleanly and looks to run. Johnson spots up for three. A little bit strong. She's 0-4 from the floor. Zanai Jones to a trailing Marshall. Money. SMU ties it up. Trying to open the floodgates again for SMU from outside. It's Kylie Marshall. Lattimore, so tough at the hole. At 6'4", leans in and lays it in over Pitts. Early advantage here in Dallas. Drive by Noyan, throws it up from the hip in the lane and scores it. Odessa Noyan with her first two.
Haven't been able to get him to fall.
Kamora Johnson has already torn down 6 rebounds. Noyan, her three, rims down. Odessa Noyan. Virginia is still leading by 9, despite the fact their leading scorer, Kamora Johnson, coming off a 33-point outburst, only has 3. Lattimore with a big swat.
And Virginia hasn't been able to separate with their offense, as you mentioned either, John. But that time, our player of the half, still perfect from the field in this current season, but great offensive rebound there.
Hey, Peterson looks determined with the up and under move.
Yeah, awesome design play. Exactly what you want. Inside out, wide open three, doesn't go.
Hurd left unguarded inside. Johnson finds her. Breona Hurd. Johnson head up all the way, running that point. Johnson whips it out. Catch and shoot three by Dunbar. Filling it up. Virginia takes their largest lead, 16. Opening possession of the fourth. Clark staying right with Marshall. Good defense. Marshall blocked out of bounds right as the shot clock expires. He says, I'm going to get that done at some point before my career's over. Little slip pass inside. Great pocket feed by Jones to Peterson.
Foul with their foot. Here you see the ball stream low inside the arc. Great dime inside by Jones. And
Virginia leading by 10, looking for more. Transition triple by Hurd over the top. Hall tracks it down, looking for numbers. He's got a 2-on-1. Hits on her right. Hall stops and pops. Nothing but net.
Good decision by Hall, pushing it 2-on-1 to be able to compete down the stretch of this game.
Former district MVP at Plano East. Lattimore, early shot, doesn't go. And you can see that SMU really wants to push. Make or miss. Jones. Skying for 2. It's a 6-point game.
Playing their pace. Transition, and more transition. Also able to get stops to lead to that transition. Can they continue?
Jones, 5 of her last 6. She's been in double figures. Johnson breaks the timeline and finally breaks the string. 8-point game. But SMU is believing they can break a 12-game losing streak. Jones, creative, throwing it up off the rim and in.
10 points in the second half.
Clark turns the corner, scooping it up at the hoop with the right hand. Paris Clark, a big bucket, her 10th time in double figures this season. Virginia in transition. Pitts, stolen away again by Kamora Johnson. Johnson 1-on-2. Johnson, count it, and 1. Big transition bucket by Kamora Johnson, taking over in the last few moments.
Yeah, back-to-back steals by Johnson. Last time was stopped. Players like her are so great closing down the stretch, making plays.
The luxurious Johnson reigns home a 3. The lifestyles of the rich and famous. Kamora Johnson has 10.
Yeah, just as I mentioned, she's one of those players. She has that game-closing ability. You saw the N1 she got earlier in transition, the 2 steals. That time finally gets a 3 to go down.
Brianna Cox, natural-born scorer, 3,000 points in her high school career. Pulls up to hit. Hurd in transition. Big Euro to lay it home. Jones over the 6'2 Hurd, hangs and hits.
Yeah, nice soft touch. Those are the shots.
Johnson spins on Woods. Underhand scoop, what a score she is. All of the buckets here in the fourth quarter for Kimora Johnson.
Yeah, it's winning time, and she is stepping her game up. Hasn't scored well all game long. We mentioned that, but can't keep a scorer like her down long. And Jones continues to have an answer every time. Gives you a chance in any game mixed with some good three-point shooting and some good defense. They can really be a problem in the ACC tournament.
Kayana Cox comes up with a steal and scoops to the hoop for SMU.
Virginia fans feel like they're on a come-up as well, John.
Absolutely they do. Virginia certainly doesn't cruise, but a third straight road victory and a fifth this season for the Cavaliers.